我觉得他们有之前他们会打到 S3时光有个差，因为他们3路的对线也都很强，然后江狗又很会带风向。但是近期他们状况好像没那么理想，我觉得我们可以挑他们最近的破口来跟他们进行这场比赛。
Big underperformance in recent weeks. And also, what are the chances of TPA picking up a win when you consider in their region, undefeated in 10 games, they are playing phenomenal, and they do have that unknown factor to them. So Monty, let's kick it off on you.
Information of where the enemy jungler was to outduel the opponent in the mid lane. But as we've been moving through Season 4, we've seen those more utility
is very off. I mean, we've watched
how Bjergsen was an assassin player, all in, could win his lane, could win games.
SKT is lacking. Those two things are really massive. Now, what I'm worried about for them is will they get outskilled? BB's a phenomenal AD carry, but they're doing very well. But at the same time, SKT is still playing in Korea. I mean, you can get strategically outsmarted by teams that are just...
I will go with SKT.
Monty?
I know everybody's going to SKTelecom.
No, SKT1 is going to take it. Yeah, I agree with everyone else here in the desk. SKT is looking
same to you guys. I think that SKT
Asia's GPL, it is the Taipei Assassins, Season 2 World Champions. In the top lane is Archie. Pulled them in from their sister team, Taipei Snipers, and of course you may have seen on Gamma Bears back.
Baker to level 6, and he can pressure the entire map. They also have Evelyn, who will be invisible, making all of the lanes play more safe. Definitely a very high control composition here from SKT.
So of course running in Flash Ghost, it's something we've seen a lot in the career, of course. What are you thinking in this? There's a lot of abilities. We saw a level 1 fight in OMG Fnatic game.
Yeah, I often will give the first blood advantage to the team with Evelyn, but going up against Elise and wins on Elise, I'm just gonna go for TPA here. I think they're gonna get the first blood. He's in the
We'll see how it goes. Taipei Assassins, the Season 2 World Champions, as the blue team starting out here in the All-Star 2014 up against SKTelecom, World Champions of Season 3 over on the red team.
Look at that, the SKT skin going against the second spot by a tremendous amount. However, both teams have cleared out everything. Oh, and there we go. They are leaving a little one.
Faker actually getting caught once again. And Glenna's doing damage. The blue buff is still untouched by Wins actually. Hasn't gone back there. Double buff was picked up by Bengi, and they're force stacking on that top turret. Meanwhile, you can see SKT have really only just started to get towards the bottom turret.
Yeah, so they went the slow route. As I said, they are leaving the small minion in enemy buff. TPA opted not to. That's what I was looking at. They're not leaving the small one there. They went for the super fast push, that second wave push, and they got the turret. They are jinxed. They got through the champion reduction damage turret, and now they're trying to get an extra lead here, but SKT are responding, getting everybody up there in time to defend it. Again, we see the difference between the super fast push and the slower 2-buff start here. It cost SKT the early global goal.
We'll see how it works out. OG, of course, did similar type of thing. Piglet getting aggressive, but Archie going very aggressive on him there. Has to back away. Good trade back from Piglet.
Just stay there.
Jay trying to hold this one out. 3 man over towards him. He's gonna get taken. Bengi's trying to run away. And the heal does come out from Piglet. That's first blood for SKTelecom.
Properly executed tower dive, but it was risky. They didn't have very deep
danger. That was not a good move. And the 4 members of SKTelecom take themselves 2 simple kills.
That's that goals that we talked about in the beginning. It's all about where you're allocating the champions because they cannot face that distance quick enough. Done with her big minion wave that was filled up, and that the top turret was sacrificed.
Very aggressive stop from Mandu. He is going to be careful. He can get this turned around. That's going to be the solar flare. And the wall bouncing in there. But the glitter lance misses. Can he get away from this one? The rocket super magnet rocket does land. He should get a closer distance here. The glitter lance does finish him off, but Morning's in all sorts of trouble now. Bengi takes it. The wild card comes through. Bengi takes it with a hate bite.
So even though Maju gets a little too deep there, they're able to capitalize.
Dragon descent from Impact. Bebe got no escape from this one. The rest of the Taipei Assassins, how it's closed in. The Cocoon does land. Zenith Blade locking him up as well. And again, now Impact in trouble. Turning this one back around. Can he get the damage back onto Bebe? No, he can't. Wins gets the kill.
Yeah, a little aggressive there from Impact. Nobody was able to back him straight up. Vince is pinged out here. But they did ping him.
Goes straight on towards Faker. Wild Growth using does not do enough to bounce him in the air, but the Glitter Lance does land. The second one comes through. Faker goes down to win. Bengi trying to come back in towards this one. Does manage to get the hate spike down and tries to get his ultimate.
Went through his own jungle. And there it is, the ultimate.
Does manage to flash away. Has he got one? Tries to knock upon Faker. Faker does land to go. Archie in all sorts of trouble. Will go down from this one. You can see he had the support coming around.
Shyvana and Evelyn Flames to really get the towards the late game. Faker coming in to try and defend Mandu.
Mandu goes down. The Culling coming out though. Double teleport coming in. And you can see this is possible global presence. Archie is there just over the side. Just managed to land the kick. Goes in on Impact. Kicked out Faker, but nobody's with him. And Archie just saved by the way. They locked him in the side. Bengi. Now he's going to solar flare. That's going to try and slow the day. Faker does manage to land the stun guard on Morning. Morning taking the wild card as well. Has to step away. They catch the slow back on towards Impact. Not quite. Flashes in for him. Gets himself the kill. And it was a very close exchange between the two. I think it was a 2 down the stun guard. Morning trying to get away from this one. Three members of SKTelecom. The rest of TPA come round there. From this one. Bengi takes it so low, but they didn't get a kill from it. Impact gets caught out there. He does go down. SKTelecom fleeing from this one. They can turn him back around. Piglet gets himself in. Repel.
Nowhere to
He's got nowhere to go. No racer available. Gets himself a kill for the process. Faker finishes it off though. And that was a 2-for-1 this time to SKTelecom.
That's why he's walking up through the jungle.
Uses the Destiny. Is he going to be close enough? There he is joining the fray. He's going to get caught out by the solar flare. Bengi taken low, but they have to back out of that. And the Archie going down again. Wins being chased down. Impact trying to catch on towards him. Stun card pulled by Faker. Does land it. That's going to be Wins going down. And it's a 2-for-0 to SKTelecom.
Again, TPA trying to make a move, shoving up mid, but SKT playing with the TF so well. Starting the fight, then Faker comes in for the stun, get another cut.
Either they're simply trying to run interference on
Playing them fairly
SKTelecom.
well.
They're doing a good job here. The damage going down, but there is the Baron. Now Jay's actually going to get locked up. Has to flash out. Glitterlance again catching 3 members of SKTelecom. He wanted to send him the wrong way. That was not what he wanted to do. And that will be Archie going down to Impact.
0-6-1. He is having a very rough game, and compounding the fact that he's had a rough game is that he's spent a lot of money on mobility here. Boots of mobility upgraded already as well. Win's actually getting into trouble now.
He's got nowhere to repel to. He's just going to drop straight down on Mandu. Faker's actually coming in. Does manage to get the wild growth off. Saves Wins for now. But he steps back in there. Morning also having to back off. That Faker down that bottom lane.
Adding a TF into that you also have to keep track of. SKT have just pulled out all the moves in this first game.
Fantastic movement. That's going to be in second inhibitor turret going down as SKTelecom pounds on through. A double kill being picked up on Impact. Destruction Jarby coming out from SKTelecom now. That's 2 inhibitors down. They're just going to push on for the win here against the Taipei Assassins. They started well in the late phase, but it's just not enough to teak up with the reigning champions. Faker gets himself the final kill. Archie having a torrid time here. 0-7-1. That is why you don't pick the World Champion skins against them. You have to back it up with something, anything. SKTelecom clear winners here against Taipei Assassins.
Yes, very, very well played from SKTelecom. They just executed so cleanly. The first few TF ultimates, both finding their marks. Rotating so quickly, it didn't even look like a rotation.
They ended with an 18,000 gold lead. It was around 16 to 8. So late at one point, that's how different that Baron fight was. That mid lane fight where they caught out that jungler. And SKTelecom proving really why they are world champions. They came into this tournament with a somewhat shaky record. They got knocked out in the quarterfinals in the champions over in Korea, as well as NLB in the semifinals by CJ Frost. Caught a lot of people by surprise, that one, but they are clearly